financial aid. We were the ones taking the bursaries, but we were also the ones to get the thank you letters, and the way that these monetary funds relieved students of the financial stresses that they would have while they studied and to be able to produce better work. It was really empowering to see that.
So I really saw the impact on one of our students in the publishing program when the scholarship was announced. We were all gathered for the launch of Pacific Rim magazine, and seeing her expression, completely surprised as well as thrilled to have received the scholarship, but as well how thrilled all her fellow students, friends, family were for her. And you realize the impact is more than just the one person. It extends into that community that they're part of.
He was maybe not a top student at that time. He was taking a cell biology class from me, but he was fabulous in the laboratory. And we gave him a scholarship for his lab work. He told me years later that he had decided to quit school, and then was notified that he had received the Rose Bing Scholarship. And it changed the trajectory of his life. When I spoke to him last, he was a postdoc in genetic engineering. The encouragement worked.
The International Education Department helps over 3,000 students from over 70 different countries. This is the first point of contact for any international students at Langara.
At International Education, they have an open door policy and are very welcoming. They will help you get involved in campus life and maximize your experience here. Once a student gets their acceptance letter, they will then get connected with an International Students Coordinator who will be their guide throughout their time here at Langara.
There are lots of ways to stay connected with International Student Services. Check the events calendar, read a newsletter, or connect with them on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter.
And most importantly, get involved with activities and workshops. They will help you build language skills and maybe even learn a little bit more about Canada. And if you want to book a one-on-one appointment with any of our staff members, feel free to pop on in and book a time.
Thank you for celebrating our 49th anniversary on 49th Avenue. Over the last year, we connected with our community, students, faculty, donors, alumni, ambassadors, and volunteers. We celebrated our history and honored 49 outstanding Langarans, and together we surpassed our goal and raised $2.9 million. These funds will help us further enhance the learning opportunities at Langara, ease our students' financial burden through bursaries, and recognize achievements with student scholarships. Your contributions and partnerships will enable us to keep pace with technology and innovation, offer exceptional educational experiences, and provide food security to many of our students in need. Our 49 Women in Science Initiative, Geographic Information Systems Lab, and Indigenous upgrading programs are only a few examples of what we're able to achieve thanks to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Haichka, my CMs.
Thank you for supporting Langara students.
Thank you to our donors.
And this incredible community for rising to the challenge.
Your generosity is making a big difference in the lives of our students.
Our 49th anniversary brought us together.
And your contributions will propel us forward into our next 49 years.
We want people here at Amica who care about what they do. And that involves like a passion for working with older adults. It involves a passion for the interpersonal relationships that they build between residents, between other team members. It's not just we need a kinesiologist to teach exercise. We need a generalist like gerontology offers to bring these ideas together, bring the different pillars of a meaningful life enrichment together.
Someone who is approaching this as a career would have to have a feeling of empathy towards elderly people because they can't do things they used to do. Some of them may have been a little difficult about it, and so the person needs to be pretty well adjusted themselves.
This person should have a heart for social service and social justice and equality. I think a person should, for being with this field, you must love being surrounded by older adults or at least know about them. Because you can go to research, for example, we were talking about jobs. You can go for researchers, you can be a teacher. However, you need to have a heart for older adults and, I don't know, enhancing quality of life for people. It's not only for old adults or older adults, but it's for all people because aging is happening, right? It's not a period of time. We are growing old and learning about this and aging gracefully. It's something that it is easy to talk, but maybe not easy to live. So working in this field, you must acknowledge this, you must acknowledge your biases, work on this. It's a growing situation, not only professional, but also from you.
If we can share and build a team of differences, that makes us much stronger. We want gerontology students that are diverse, from diverse backgrounds and diverse skill sets.
Welcome to Snowayath Laylam, Langara College. We are situated on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. Langara is honored to have been gifted the name Snowayath Laylam, which means House of Teachings. Our main campus is in a residential neighborhood in South Vancouver. We offer hundreds of career programs, university transfer classes, and English language learning for academic preparation. Our students earn associate degrees, bachelor degrees, diplomas, post-degree diplomas, and other short-term credentials like citations and certificates.
Welcome to Langara College. I'm honored to be part of a team of passionate employees who welcome students to Canada and ensure all our students have the opportunity for an international experience. Langara welcomes students from our local community and from almost 100 different countries around the world. The student diversity on our campus reflects the diversity in our students, faculty, and in our local community. This diversity of lived experiences and global perspectives enriches our classroom learning environment. At Langara, we aspire to be a global institution. That means we are doing more for our students than just helping them study in Canada. It also means we are actively seeking opportunities for our local students, many who have never traveled outside Canada, to get an international experience. Their international experience starts in the classroom and expands by presenting opportunities to travel outside Canada, to gain experience working with others in our own communities, but also to learn from peers around the world through virtual connections. The Centre for Intercultural Engagement offers workshops and resources for employees and students to help develop intercultural competencies. Initiatives to support justice, equity, diversity, inclusion are supporting the creation of a safe and welcoming environment for all our community on our campus. The Langara Global Office is committed to enhancing our student, faculty, and staff experience while preparing them all to be global citizens. We have taken a holistic approach to student recruitment that starts with all students and continues to consider the opportunities they have for a global experience. We are also actively funding and supporting faculty initiatives that support these experiences and opportunities. I am proud to be part of this diverse and engaged community and look forward to more opportunities to build a global perspective at Langara College.
If you want to learn more about our global partnership opportunities or what is happening at Langara, please visit our website at langara.ca/global.
Where do you want to be in 5 years? Our students have big dreams, and it's our role to help them get there. What kind of institution does Langara need to be to help our students achieve their goals? For more than 50 years, Snowaeth Laylam, Langara College, has provided accessible, comprehensive, and innovative education, supporting the social and economic sustainability of our diverse community. Langara's new 2025 strategic plan, Weaving a Shared Future, builds on that mission with an ambitious plan to strengthen the college's culture, programming, community connections, sustainability, and indigenization, all to support student success. Over these next 5 years, we will work to advance several strategic priorities. We will celebrate our location on unceded Musqueam traditional territory and our intercultural mosaic. We will build an equitable, diverse, inclusive, and resilient community of engaged students and employees, well supported for growth, change, and success. Students will be at the center of all our decisions and practices. A spirit of continuous improvement will ensure the high quality of our academic and continuing studies programming. Programs will provide students with the knowledge and skills they need to contribute to our economy and community. Indigenous ways of knowing will be woven into our programs. Our new academic plan provides direction for further academic innovation. Our deep and reciprocal relationships with myriad communities and governments will strengthen our ability to provide outstanding learning experiences for our students. Langara will be a modern and sustainable organization with the high-quality learning spaces our students need and deserve. We will continue to have a strong financial position and will be an efficiently run, environmentally responsible organization, which facilitates the delivery of high-quality programs and services to students. Snowaeth Laylam will have deepened our relationship with Musqueam and other Indigenous nations and communities, and our first indigenization strategy will be implemented. We will strive to be the college of choice for Lower Mainland Indigenous students and the employer of choice for Indigenous faculty and staff. Together, these priorities and initiatives set the course for the Langara community to continue to innovate and flourish in the next 5 years. Learn more about our new plan at langara.ca/Langara 2025.
If there's thousands and thousands of students every year graduating with diplomas and degrees, how do you stand out from that forest?
If you're just expecting for things to magically fall into place because you have a degree now and everything's going to work out for you and you're going to get that awesome job, like it's not a Disney movie anymore.
The skills that you learn working for a real company in a real professional job, you simply don't learn those in school.
I would not have gotten this job without co-op.
I wouldn't be where I am today without it.
My courses at Langara prepared me in the sense that I was able to take what I had learned so far and translate it very well over to my new position.
Everyone's got a degree nowadays. You need experience to get jobs now.
One of the ways to get experience is by participating in co-op. Langara College is the first college in British Columbia to offer co-op education. And so 35 years ago, we started offering the co-op option in the computer science programs. It's really silly and really detrimental these days just to be a student. If you think your job as a student is just to put your head down and get straight A's, I'm sorry to tell you it's not that anymore.
You need to compete against all these people that are graduating from the same program as you. And they're giving you an opportunity to get your work experience now. And these companies are willing to hire you.
In terms of something that I'd actually been studying and being able to apply it and do some work towards something that was actually going to be used and not just for chasing an A.
An accounting friend of mine, she's graduating with a degree and not a lot of experience and she's very scared.
You have to actually put yourself out there. You have to attend industry events. You have to go to meetups. You have to actually start building that professional social network so that you have a sense of where you're going, and then you also have a sense of who's hiring, who's looking for what, how you might fit in.
What's it like out there? What are companies looking for? What skills do I need to really succeed?
Who's ultimately responsible for your career? You're responsible for your career, no one else. And if you don't take advantage of the opportunities in front of you, then that's really on you.
You get what you put into it. Yeah, sure, you want to be a business analyst, but you might not be able to start off at that level, and you do what you got to do. Start off at reception, prove your worth, and work your way up.
We've had consistent feedback from our employers saying, you know, what are you doing with your students? They're just really clear about what it is that they're looking for, and they're articulating themselves very well. When you bring a student in for a co-op work term, it's almost like an extended job interview for 4 months or 8 months. You know, students recognize how important it is to have somebody open the door to give them a chance.
If a position that I'm in has an opportunity for a co-op student, I would definitely consider a co-op student because I know they need that first opportunity, and someone gave me that first opportunity, so this is my way to pay it forward. And I also know that they're so eager to learn.
Would you rather spend the time now while you're a student rather than coming into our office, you know, the week after graduation saying, now what? What do I do with myself? I have this bright, shiny degree and I don't know how to apply it.
Doesn't matter how many group projects you're put into.
Hi, everyone.
The Office for Student Engagement is located in the Hub. They plan fun events and activities all year round. If you're looking to take your Langara experience beyond the classroom, this is definitely where you want to start. They also coordinate everything for new student orientation and parent and supporter orientation. In September, they hold back-to-school activities and a big semester kickoff. Student Engagement also supports student clubs on campus. If you're looking to join a club or want to start your own, go chat with them. There are also leadership development initiatives throughout the year that you can get involved in. At the Hub, you can also find the Volt Volunteer Program. Volt promotes community engagement, social awareness, and student development through volunteerism. Sign up to be a Volt volunteer and connect yourself with volunteer opportunities on and off campus. What does Volt stand for? Nothing. It's a unit of potential, just like you, our students. At the Hub, you can also find computer terminals, phone charging stations, and a pretty cool place to hang out or work on projects.
This all started with an idea to make a quality of education accessible for students everywhere.
Education is the most powerful tool for people around the world to unlock their potential. Now, we have supported over 200,000 students from 125 countries around the world with their study abroad application journey, and we became 1,000 applied Boardian strong. Our work is not done until every single student has access to good quality education regardless of where they're from.
That's why we're delivering 1,000 backpacks with school supplies to children in rural communities in India. Dear future world changer, you're important, smart, powerful. The future needs you. We need you.
Education is the pathway to have your impact on the world.
Dream big and work hard to achieve your dreams. Here are some tools to help you on your journey. Remember, education is your right. Love your Apply Board family.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Canadian Immigration Consultancy live session on how to study, work, and live in Canada. I'm Regina Aguilar, and I'm one of the senior advisor of Canadian Immigration Consultancy operated by Swissy, and I will be your host this afternoon together with Ms. Marie Tony of Apply Board Philippines. Hi, Tony.
Ms. Reggie, good afternoon. Thank you so much for inviting Apply Board and Langara College.
Of course, it's always a pleasure to have you with us. And I would also like to acknowledge our special guest this afternoon from Langara College. Hi, Kent Archie. Are you there?
Yes, hi.
Salamat sa ore pa. Sanang batamudangan mo?
Yeah, thank you.
Good to
Nice
have you with us.
Indonesian.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon. All right. We are live right now in Zoom and Facebook, and we are gonna give a couple more minutes for our participants to join us in our meeting room. So thank you so much for your patience. Okay, we have a lot of attendees right now from Cebu. All right, this afternoon we're going to have 2 sessions from 3 to 4 o'clock about studying in Canada by Apply Board, followed by the school presentation of Langara College. And then we will have a Q&A to answer all your questions related to school admission and study permit application. All right, now the second part of our webinar is a 30-minute breakout session where you will have a free consultation on how to start your application with CAC. Okay? So to start with, I will turn the time over to Apply Board, our partner in international student recruitment. They connect students to more than 1,500 designated learning institutions in Canada. So let me call on the International Student Recruitment Manager of Apply Board in the Philippines, Miss Maritoni.
Hi, Ms. Reggie. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I hope everybody can now see my screen.
Yes, we can see it in the screen.
All right, so again, right there. All right, so let me just turn off my video. Now, good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all of our attendees where you might be located. Now, thank you so much, Sweezy, again, for inviting me and Langara for hosting this webinar. I am Tudi Trebol, one of Apply Board's international recruitment managers here in the Philippines. And I will be sharing to you why Canada is the best destination, okay? Now, we here in Apply Board, we simplify the study abroad search, application, and acceptance process by connecting international student recruitment partners, academic institutions in one platform. Now, we have grown to become the world's largest online platform for international student recruitment and assisted more than 200,000 students with their education journey. Now, educating the world is our passion because we believe education is a right and not a privilege. Apply Board, we have built partnerships with over 1,500 plus primary, secondary, and post-secondary educational institutions to drive diversity on campuses across Canada, United States, United Kingdom, and Australia. Now, just recently, we have raised 375 million Canadian dollars in Series B funding at a post-money valuation of 4 billion Canadian dollars. This new funding will help Apply Board meet the pent-up demand of international students looking to pursue their dreams of studying abroad. All right, now let's start. Now, just a quick facts, Canada is the second largest country by area, and it is located at the northern part of North America. So Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories. The capital of Canada is Ottawa, and its other biggest and most well-known cities are Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, where most of the Filipino immigrants are located, and all of which mentioned provinces are amongst the top 20 best student cities to live in. All right, now to start, one of the biggest reasons is the quality of the Canadian education. Its degrees and diplomas are widely recognized as comparable to those from the US, Australia, and UK. Canadian colleges and universities consistently place high on international rankings. Work rights. This is one of the other reasons why Canada is a popular destination for international students because of its study-work policy. International students can earn an income and gain Canadian work experience while studying. Now, if you are studying a full-time post-secondary, you can work up to 20 hours per week during school terms and full-time during scheduled breaks and holidays. Full-time meaning you get to have unlimited hours of work, unlimited hours. Now, as you can see, here is the latest minimum hourly wage rate as of May 1, 2021. Please feel free to take a screenshot and review. You can do a comparison. As you can see where Langara is located, which is in British Columbia, their minimum hourly wage rate is at 14.60 Canadian dollars. Okay. Next is, we all know that when we study overseas, we only get a temporary status, meaning once our study duration ends, we are also required to go back to our home country. Canada, on the other hand, has designed to help international students like you gain Canadian work experience after finishing your studies by staying in Canada for another few years, which you can use this experience for your immigration application in the future. Now, this is what we call the post-graduation work permit. Okay, now it lets you graduates from an eligible program at an institution in Canada stay longer. Okay, so if you are a graduate of a 2 years or more program, you can extend up to 3 years after 3 years work permit, PGWP. Okay, so if you study 2 years in Canada, you get a PGWP of 3 years. Now, if you're a graduate of an 8 months or less than 2 years program duration, you can only get an extension of the same length as your study program. Like if you study 1 year lang din yung PGWP mo. If you study 1 year and a half, 1 year and a half lang din. We also have another term that we called 1+1, which can also let you get a 3-year graduation, 3-year PGWP. All right, now scholarship. Now there are a lot of schools that provide scholarships to international students. It may be entry scholarship, IELTS scholarship, and merit-based scholarship, because you can apply as many scholarship as you can after finishing your first semester. Okay. Now, if you're planning to bring your spouse or your family, your spouse can work full-time or unlimited hours with his open work permit. Next is your kids can also get the free education and government allowance, which CIC Swissy will definitely help you with their application also. Now, as an aspiring student, majority or almost all colleges and universities in Canada do not have an age limit. They do accept a variety of each age group. Now, in terms of the school accepts you even if you're 40 years old, 50 years old. All you have to do is your justification of being a genuine student, which CIC Swissy can also guide you with it. Now, waiving of IELTS. Now, most institutions in Canada waive the submission of English proficiency, like IELTS, TOEFL, and PTE. All you have to do is submit the certificate of English as medium of instruction from the previous school where you have attended, okay? Not all schools, these are only some schools who waive IELTS. Lastly is the immigration pathways available to international students. There are a lot of immigration pathways that is designed to help them streamline your immigration dreams that you can take advantage of. Okay? Now, as you all know, that CIC Swissy is a certified partner of Apply Board, which gives you access to 1,500 plus schools across Canada. Now you can now choose based on your preferred location, eligibility, program, affordability, and immigration pathways. Now, where do you start? You start with researching which city you'd like to live in. Look for your possible study work pathways or schools or provinces where you think you can extend your stay. Look for where there are a lot of Filipino communities that could help you. And look for immigration pathways, schools that has immigration pathways that could help you streamline your application, okay? Now, thank you so much. That's it with my presentation. Please stay for the school presentation. I will be staying also for the Q&A portion. So if you do have questions along the way, feel free to type it in the chat box and we'll answer them. Now let's all welcome the the participating school that we have here this afternoon, all the way from Langara College. Please help me welcome Kent Archie. Hi, Kent.
Hello, Tony. Thank you. I will share my screen.
Yes, please do.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yep, we can definitely see your screen.
Okay. Hi everyone. So as introduced, my name is Ken. So I am the Associate Regional Manager for Southeast Asia at Langara College. So I'm based in Jakarta in Indonesia. So I'm in the almost same time zone with Philippines. So yeah, let's continue. So basically, Langara College, we are located in Vancouver City, British Columbia province. So if you can see on my screen, we are one of the most livable city in the world. Yeah. And then our regional population is around 2.5 million. We are very multicultural city. Most of our population are born overseas. It's around 22% of them are born overseas, not in Canada. Geographically, location, we are very close to Asia. We have a lot of international flight in Vancouver City. So we have a direct flight from Japan, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, and etc. So there is a lot of convenience to go to into the Vancouver itself. Yeah, the median age it's around 42 years old for Vancouver City. So basically, this is an opportunity for international students, as Tony mentioned that there will be a PGWP upon graduation from your program. Then it will be a good chance for international students. As for climate in Vancouver, you can see on the bold orange line, it's Vancouver climate, which is comparison to other city in Canada. We are the most mild climate in Canada. So for Vancouver itself, for winter, we are rarely to get snow. So there are sometimes you will experience snow, but but it will be rare. It's depend on the situation on that year. If we experience snow, then the temperature will go below 0 degree. But if it's not, it will be above 0 degree. So we are kindly the most mild compared to other cities in Canada. So Langara College, facts about Langara College. Langara College is one of the public colleges in Canada. We are established in 1970, so we have been 50 years old around. We over 130 programs, and we have 1,700 courses in regular studies. In a year, we accept around 23,000 students, new students. Out of 23,000, we have 6,000 of international students coming from 93 countries. If you ask me like how many Philippine students in Langara College, I can say that for Philippine students, we are actually ranked on the ninth on the population of at the Langara College for international students. So you do not need to worry about there's no Philippine students in the campus. Okay. As for location, if you see my PowerPoint, the black line was our public one of our public transportation is the SkyTrain transportation. So our main campus located in the one of the very close to the one of the SkyTrain station called Langara 49th Avenue. So it's only a 5 to 10 minutes walk from the station to the campus. So it's very convenient. From our main campus to the downtown and to UBC, University of British Columbia, it's only take 10 minutes by the public transportation. And then go to the international airport is around 10 minutes. So if you can see on my PowerPoint, the video, yeah, this is our main campus. So with the surrounding of the main campus, it was a residential area, so it's very conducive to for students to study within our main campus. So inside the main campus, we have all the facility for the students. We have our classroom, we have our laboratorium for sciences or computer labs for computer science students. We have our gym, we have our cafeteria, we have our library. And also you can join in variety of clubs, extracurricular outside the academic studying. Yeah. So within Langara College, we categorize our program into three categories. We have university transfer program, we have bachelor's degree, and we have a career program. Okay. So first, I will talk about university transfer program or a pathway to the university, which is an associate degree program. In Canada, to be able to obtain a bachelor degree, you will need 4 years with 120 credits. So associate degree or university transfer program, it will be taken for the first 2 years at Langara College, and then later on, a student can transfer to the university on the third and then fourth year. Okay. This is the subjects or the majors that we are offering. The one with the orange letter, it means the program have a co-op program. Co-op program mean internship. It's a paid internship for students to take. So where our student goes after Langara, after 2 years at Langara, usually the student will go between the British Columbia region, because the university transfer program is a very specific program that are over in the British Columbia province. So the student will go for in order. They usually go, number one will be UBC, University of British Columbia. And then secondly will be SFU, Simon Fraser University, and then University of Victoria or UVic. That's the top three. Okay. Under the government, there will be a BC transfer guide, which is this institution is making a comparison between the first 2 years at Langara College and let's say UBC. So we have the equivalency between the college and the university subjects. Some students might ask, can I transfer outside the BC? Yeah, yes, you can. Let's say like McGill, University of Toronto, Queen's University. You can also transfer to that university. But the difference is, if you are transferring in the BC, then we can easily look into the subjects through the BC transfer guide, that how many credits that you will carry on to the university. But if you transfer outside the BC, then the process will be manual. Manual mean that you need to submit your application, and then you need to submit also the syllabus. So that means the university will look into the transcript and then your syllabus, and then they will conclude like how many credits that you can bring to the university. This is a comparison of a tuition fee for the bachelor degree. Yeah, so if the student go directly to the university, this tuition fee is based on business program, 30 credits, so it's a 1-year program. So UBC will be around 53,000, SFU 43, UVic is 26, and if the student take at Langara College, then it will be around 18,762 for 2 years. So there are a gap between university and college if the student choose to go to college first rather than the university. Of course, they will save a lot, much more money before they continue to the third and the fourth year at the university. Next, we will talking about bachelor's degree. So bachelor's degree, we offer two kind of bachelor degree. This bachelor degree student will complete the program at Langara College for the 4 year. So the program that we are offer is first is a Bachelor of Science in Bioinformatics. So it's a combination between biology and computer science. And as well as Bachelor of Business Administration. It's a normal bachelor degree business program, which is later on student can choose their specialization such as like accounting, marketing, and business management. So next we will talk about career program. So career program is a program that preparing students for a workplace or uh, for the workplace, and the program is very hands-on and very practical for students to take. So it will be depends on what the need of the students to take such as a program, and there will be a variety of it. So in the career program, there will be a 2 years of diploma program, 1 year of certificate program, and post degree diploma program. I kind of miss not put it in the post degree diploma program, but basically for post degree diploma program, we have a business faculty such as like business administration, marketing, and then accounting and supply chains and logistics. We have health program, which is a post-degree diploma program for nursing practice in Canada. And then we have also web and mobile apps developer or design program for the science and technology. And then we have also applied planning for the humanities and social science. So post-degree diploma program is a program that can be taken by a student that already got their bachelor degree. Okay, so this is an example. I will talk about the most popular program for PDD that is taken by the Philippine students. So post-degree diploma program or PDD in business administration and marketing management. These two programs are the most popular program among the Philippine students. So it's a 2 years program. Yeah, the students are eligible for PGWP up to 3 years. Yeah, in reality, even though this is a 2 years program, the student will complete the program within the within 20 months. So it's a 4 years, four academic terms plus one co-op term. So in total, it's a 20 months. Okay, and it usually student will ask, then it will not be count as 2 years. No, it will be count as a 2 years because our credential of the program is a 2 years post-degree diploma program. So you will be still eligible for the PGWP up to 3 years. Okay, we have 3 times of intake. We have September, January, and May. Yeah. The tuition fee is around 24,780 per 2 years. Yeah. The admission requirement, the student need to have a bachelor degree, IELTS academic with the overall 6.5, and the minimum band is 6.0, or they can use Duolingo with a score 110 for the January 2022 and May 2022 intake. Okay. So the next one will be supply chains and logistics. This program is a 2 years program as well, 5 academic terms and 1 work experience term. So in total of 20 months. The intake we already add on May for 2022. So we have 3 times of intake: September, January, and May for 2022. The tuition fee is 25,380 for 2 years. This is usually already included with the textbook. Okay. The requirements, it's almost the same as the BDD, but the only one, there will be an online interview. So the student, the common things that happen is the student did not pass the online interview. So usually our suggestion that from us, please make sure you practice before you click start on the online interview. This program is very competitive program because it's very popular, because Vancouver is one of the port city in Canada. So it's a very good opportunity for the students to learn more about the logistic and supply chains on the Canada. The next one will be post-degree diploma in nursing practice in Canada. This program is a 2 years program as well, but student can finish it within 4 academic terms or semester. So it will be around 16 months. The student can finish. The intake is only twice a year, which is on September and January. This program is to help international students to obtain the nursing license in Canada. So it's like a bridging program before they actually taking the nursing license examination. Okay. For this program, the 4 terms is included with 288 clinical hours. So there will be like a practical for the nursing students. Okay. The admission requirement is more competitive requirements. So of course you need to have a bachelor degree in nursing or 3 years diploma in nursing. You need to have your English language requirement, your IELTS. There will be an online interview, and because it's very competitive, so most of the students need to have a working experience minimum 3 years, up to 4 years. Okay, and all the decision it was made by our faculty member. So the program coordinator, we decided which student will qualify for this program. So at Langara College, our class is a small size classes. It's around 32 students per class. For a university transfer program, we have been transferring students around 3,500 students to university that they are aiming for. And of course, the last decision will be the reasonable tuition fee. This is the average tuition and others fee. So if you can see for the university transfer or the associate degree program, it will be cost around 37,000. The diploma, there will be a range from 19,000 to 49,000, depends on the program, yeah. And then the post-degree diploma program is around 24,000 up to 32,000, yeah. The living cost, I can say it's around 1,500 to 2,000 per month. So it depends on how student actually manage their money. Okay. Langara College, we do not offer dorm, so we do offer a student to take homestay. It's run by our homestay department. With homestay, that means that you will living with a Canadian family, PR or citizen, and then you will get your private room, and then you will also get a meals provided for 3 times a day. Okay. And of course, you can improve your English, and you can explore more about Vancouver itself from the host family. So we have our co-op department. So our co-op department provided such as like a job board C3, so where the company put in their advertisement for employee. We have the department also do a career coaching, resume review, interview practice, and career event. So maybe for the career event and PDD mingle, morning mingles, at the moment it was postponed due to the pandemic, because we cannot run in-person meeting. But I believe in the future it will be back to normal. Okay. For at the co-op department, co-op is actually not mandatory for certain program, but it's sometimes it's mandatory, such as like a PDD, business and administration and marketing. It's mandatory for supply chains. It's also mandatory. So for the other PDD or diploma program, it will be optional. So student can take it. Student can also pass the co-op. So this is like example of the timetable. So if you do a 2 years of diploma program or the associate degree, the co-op will be taken in between the terms. So in term 3 and term 5. If you do a post-degree diploma program, the co-op, or we call it as a work experience term, it will be taken at the end of your study. So that's the difference how the co-op run between diploma and the post-degree diploma program. Financial award. We do not, for Langara College, we do not offer an entry-level scholarship. So scholarship that you can look for, if you have already earned your first term of a GPA, then for the second term, third term, fourth term, you can look for a scholarship that available. Okay, the scholarship is very variative, so it's based on your academic results, or it's a merit-based scholarship. So the GPA, the minimum GPA that was asked usually is 3.0 up to 3.5. So you will need to search and look for the available scholarship. Then you will apply for it. So the scholarship, it won't be automatic renew every term. So every term you need to resubmit or submit your scholarship application. Okay. So the admission requirement at Langara College is actually quite simple. For the diploma and associate degree or certificate program, the student need to have a completion of high school. Yeah, or if the student are taking the post-degree diploma program, then it need to be completion of a university degree. And secondly, you need to meet your English language requirement. Unfortunately, we cannot waive your English language requirement. So you need to have an IELTS or IELTS academic or IBT TOEFL or other tests, English tests that are approved on our link on our website. And then there will be additional program requirement. For example, like supply chains, you need to do online interview. For for nursing practice in Canada, you need to do an online interview as well. So there will be an additional requirement that you need to fulfill it. Okay, so the application process, I won't be talking in details because for the application process, you can always go back to the CIC's VC. But the thing that I will mention is about the deposit. So after you receive your offer letter, especially for post-degree diploma program, you will have a deadline of 10 days to accept the offer. Accepting the offer, you have two options. You can pay 6,000 Canadian dollar for the deposit, which is for the regular study permit, and then or secondly, you can pay 12,000 Canadian dollar for SDS study permit. That you can check or you can talk more with the CIC's. Okay. So I will give you a testimonial from one of our students from the Philippines. You can have a look.
Hi everyone, I am Christine, born and raised in Manila, Philippines. I am currently on my fourth term in Langara under post-degree diploma in business administration. I'm so elated to share with you all a part of my Canadian experience. So back in Manila, I already had been working for 10 years and I felt the need to do an upskill. And so it's very timely that when I visited my family here in Canada, I fell in love with the place and also with the people. Canadians being nice is not a myth. It is true. And so, when I went back to Manila, I've decided to enroll in Langara and process my papers, and so is my student visa. And so, I am fortunate to got my student visa approved. During my first term in Langara, I took advantage of iGuide mentor and mentee program, and my mentor played a big role in my adjustments here in Langara and also in my life in Canada in general. I am currently working in Canadian Credit Union Association as part-time program administrator because as a student, I am allowed to work 20 hours per week. I'm pretty sure if you have further questions, our international student coordinators are very much happy to do assistance for you. Hi everyone, I am Chris.
Okay, thank you for listening to me. I think we will go to Q&A session for now. Thank you.
Thank you for that very informative presentation, Ken. I'm sure our participants have a lot of questions. So we are now going to proceed with our Q&A. And I'd like to call again Ms. Tony, please, of Apply Board to help facilitate our question and answer portion. So, Tony?
Yes, so again, thank you so much, Ken. To our attendees, if you do have questions, feel free to leave them in the chat box. And if you're shy, just DM us or like send us privately. We can do it for you. Okay. Now I do have a question here, Kent, about scholarships. Do you have entry scholarships for Filipinos?
Unfortunately, at the moment we do not have an entry-level scholarship for Filipino students.
Okay, and then what are other requirements needed for the post-degree diploma nursing practical?
So for the PTD nursing practice in Canada, basically the student need to have a bachelor degree in nursing and then have an English language requirement, language requirement result, and then they need to have their valid nursing license in their home country or where they practice their nursing, and then and the last one, after they meet all the requirements, they will be asked to do the online interview.
All right, thank you so much. As you know, that healthcare and nursing industry is one of the biggest industries here in the Philippines, and there are a lot of nursing student who is looking into like studying and being a registered nurse in Canada. Now, going next is about the COVID response and quarantine protocol. Does your student need to book a Langara on-campus accommodation, or is it okay to have an accommodation off-campus?
Yeah. So for the quarantine, if the students fly into Canada, the quarantine will be the accommodation will be up to the students. They can mostly if they are mature enough, they can choose any accommodation to stay in. We have a recommendation if they want to do like a hotel quarantine. We have a recommendation on the website, but if it's for homestay, usually it won't be allowed if they are mature enough because they can do outside the homestay. And then after they finish the 14 days, they can, if they are applying for homestay, they can come into the homestay. But to be quarantined on the homestay, it's only for the underage students.
Okay. Now, will Langara provide a travel support letter to upcoming students for
Yes.
September 2021?
Yes. So if basically we will provide the travel letter for students that already submit quarantine plan. So after they submit their quarantine plan, our quarantine support team will issue a travel letter for the students.
Okay. Next question I have here is for Duolingo. Do you still accept Duolingo for September 2022 applications?
Unfortunately, for September 2022, we are not accepting Duolingo. Yeah.
All right.
We are still waiting for the decision, but at this stage, I will say no.
All right. No. So just up to May 2022, you're still
Correct.
accepting Duolingo, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Because as we all know, unfortunately, as of the moment, Langara requires IELTS for Filipinos. This is also to help you with proving to the school that you can definitely speak English well, and also to the visa officer. Okay. Now, and what about if the student gets their visa gets refused, and then we know that your initial deposit is at 6,000 Canadian dollars, right? Will
Yeah.
the 6,000 be refunded like totally, or will there be some deductions?
Yeah. So if the reason is a visa rejection, and they have the letter from the RSCC that's saying that their visa was rejected, then the student in the deposit of 6,000 Canadian dollar, there is a 1,500 non-refundable or transferable commitment fee. So in this case, with the visa rejection, the student can appeal for the 1,500, so they can get back 6,000.
Okay. Now I do have a direct message here. I'm currently an education, a principal or an education head. What program is available for me?
For the program, actually, I will say to the students that they need to look into our um, course and programs and look at the detail. So, we have a range of a program. He can also take PDD in business, or he can take also diploma in early childhood education. So there will be like around a range of a program, or he can also consider like taking gerontology, kinesiology. So the student need to like find out like which program are more suitable for them.
All right. Now, with your deferral assistance, can the student just defer an application even without a valid reason?
Yes, the student can defer their study to the next available intake, but please note that if the student, let's say they originally apply for September 2021, and then they want to defer to September 2022, then the student need to pay another application fee because it's offered two terms. But if they defer to May 2022, then they don't need to pay for the application fee.
All right. Thank you for that. What are the part-time work opportunities for Filipino international students while they are studying?
There's a lot. For the part-time job, it will depend on what kind of job you are looking for. But I think mostly in Canada, or I think mostly in other country as well. The most common people for part-time people will work like such as like a barista, or cashier at the restaurant, or waiters and waitress, something like that. So it actually depends on you. If you find a company that are actually can give you a part-time job, then it will be good. But if it's not, then the common job will be the one that I mentioned.
All right. Now I have another here, a direct message. I am a graduate from the old curriculum, grade 10, high school of the Philippines. And then I have studied a vocational course of animation. What program options would you recommend that is available in Langara?
Okay. If you want to study animation, then we offer a diploma in 3D animation or diploma in 2D animation. Um, we can accept you using the old curriculum, but we will ask for the diploma graduation certificate. So it will be considered as a high school grade.
Okay. So for the vocational 2-year vocational course, it would still be recognized?
To vocation, I think if they can give the diploma graduation certificate, then it can be counted.
Okay, all right. Now, we also do have a lot of attendees here who are a graduate of hospitality and tourism management graduate. What program can you recommend?
We do not have specific program for hospitality, but the student can always consider to take a business administration, the PDD business administration, or they can also take the marketing management, the PDD marketing management, or they can choose diploma program in food and management.
Now, we do have a question here from Facebook Live. Like, is there no age limit for submitting an application to Langara?
Yeah, so far there is no age limit. I do receive an application from a 60 years old student, so we do not have a age limit.
Now, how soon can the student receive their letter of acceptance after submitting complete documents or complete application to Langara?
Yeah, so for the application process at the moment we are at 8 weeks. So at the moment we are at 8 weeks after you completing all the documents. So it might take some time for now, due to the limitation of people at the campus. So so I advise students to apply as soon as possible.
Okay. Now, can I have here just one moment? For the accommodation, for the on-campus, off-campus, what are the rate of accommodation, like for monthly rates for like within the vicinity of the city around the campus?
So it depends on what type of accommodation you choose. If you choose apartment, then of course it will be expensive. It will be cost around 1,000 to 2,000 per month for an apartment. If you do share house or share accommodation with other students, then it will be cost cheaper. So, like example, I one of my students from Indonesia, she actually get a rent of a room with cost around 900 per month, and it's very close to the campus. Yeah, so it's depend.
Okay. So what is the current status of your teachings? Is it online, in person, or hybrid for fall, this fall?
Yeah. So for fall 2021, so for September 2021, we are back to campus. So starting on 16th of August, all our staff members are rotating to coming back into the campus. So for the studying, it also will be back to campus, where a student will take either full online classes or mix a hybrid program, such as it will be like half off campus, half online, or full off campus, like offline. So yeah, we are going back to campus. So the student can need to be arriving in campus, or if in certain program there are still online classes, but it's only up to this fall 2021 onward. On 2022 onward, it will be offline, all offline. So it will be back to normal. Yeah.
Yeah. So because students right now are really looking forward like to do on campus or face-to-face learning, right?
Yeah.
Now we do have a student. She is still waiting for her visa, looking into chances that her visa might get approved, and then she hasn't done any deferrals. Now, do you think her waiting for her visa application, visa decision up to now, would it affect any with her studies in the future, or with the start date, orientation, and all, or she can just wait?
I think if this is the case, I will suggest them to do defer to the next available intake, because with this current situation, I don't think they will get their visa approval. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Now, does Langara have programs related to agriculture?
I kind of forgot.
It's okay.
I don't think we have specifically in agriculture, but we have in environmental.
Related to environmental?
Yeah, so it's environmental studies, but it's under diploma program. Yeah, it's under diploma program. So we do not have a specific in agriculture.
Okay. Let me check here for other. Some questions here are like repeating from the registrant, so I'm just checking the other question we have. Now, upon receiving the letter of offer, is there a deadline where they could secure the 6,000 pesos? I mean, 6,000 Canadian dollars, sorry.
Yeah, so if it's for a PDD program or post-degree diploma program, there will be 10 days of deadline after receiving the offer letter to accept the offer.
10 days.
10 days. But for diploma and associate degree, there will be no like a limitation, time of limitation. But I suggest them, it is I will suggest the student to accept as soon as possible because the seat might get full and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So yeah, so talking about your seats, like for nursing practice, do you have a number of seats available to international students?
For January, for September, it's definitely full. It's closed. For January, I will say the application is open, but I will say the seats are not many or it's almost get full because we still have a lot of applications that are not yet like processed at the moment. So I suggest if the student are looking for nursing practice in Canada, better to apply for September 2022.
Okay. Now, talking about the online classes, online learning, so what other support resources support does Langara provide to students who are still in their home country while classes are starting?
So basically they can access all the facility like the services for them, such as like the co-op service department, and then the others activity that can be accessed online. They can still do that. Yeah, but it will be limited compared to if the student are on campus.
Okay. Now we have another question here from Marilyn de la Cruz. I am a graduate of Master of Arts in Education, major in Administration and Supervision. I'm currently working in a government agency. What program can you recommend?
I do not have a specific program in such as for like a policy, like a public policy or something like that. So it will be depends on what kind of what kind of a study do you want to do. You can always look into the business program, or if you want to do like a switching career, you can look into some of the diploma program that are actually suit yourself.
Okay, now I have here the last question on my end. So if I opt to study a specific program, can I change my program in the future while in Langara?
You can, but the credit that you have been taken, it might be not be able to be transferred to the program that you are switching to. And then I think regarding the visa, I don't know like specific how you going to do it because you need to get an advice from the immigration officer, like or the trained immigration officer at our campus. So I believe the visa you will need to extend it when it's about to go expired.
Expired.
Like that, yeah.
Right.
But there will be a visa officer that can advise on the campus.
Okay. All right. Now, thank you so much, Kent, for that. That's all on my end, Miss Reggie. I believe you are going to your breakout sessions room now.
All right, thank you everyone, and thank you, Ken. Since there are no more questions, or have you checked the chat box, Tony? There's a question.
Yeah, I have already attended Miss Marilyn's question.
All right, so thank you everyone. Do you have any before we proceed to our breakout session? Do you have any parting words you want to share to us?
Ken?
Yeah.
For me, I will only suggest for the Philippine student to apply as soon as possible because for most of our program, especially like the post-degree diploma, there will be a limitation of students that we can accept into. So if you can apply as soon as possible, it will be better.
Okay, now again, thank you so much for your time. I know it was a sudden change of schedule, but thank you so much for being here. We hope to see you soon in Langara College, and then we hope to see your applications with CICCC. And during the breakout session, feel free to ask any questions. Don't give any hesitations because CICCC will definitely help you with it. Okay? All
Yeah,
right.
thank you so much, Kent.
Thank you, Regina.
Thank you, Kent. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss
Sampai
Reggie.
jumpa dan terima kasih Langara College. Tony, thank you so much for being with us again, and see you again next week. We will finalize our schedule for the next week webinar. Thank you so much for joining us. For all our attendees, please stay in the room. We are going to discuss more details about the application process, the requirements, and how you can submit your application with CAC. So please stay for a while. And for those who are watching live, please connect with us via Facebook at CAC Swiss Cebu, or send an email at swissy@gotocanada.com. You can also visit our website at cacswissy.com, and we will schedule your free one-on-one consultation, all right? So before we proceed to the breakout session for a while,